Yes, hi, welcome to Hair by Clippers. And you know, when I'm here, we got to learn. Yes, my name is Maurice, and I'm here to make you learn. So, today we are going to see something that is very, very interesting. And I would like, if it's your first time, please try to give me your A and your time so that we can do this together. And before that, let's first do this.
Hair by Clippers.
Like expected.
All right, welcome back from that. Yes, today we are going to be seeing on how to do this amazing hairstyle. As you can see above here, we are going to see on how to plait it protectively. Like we always do these kind of braids, but there are some tips that I would like to give you so that you can keep more. You just have to keep more understanding it, because we all know that kinky can behave badly. If you plait it badly, it can break your hair, but it's the best hair extension that I always use, and it has protected my clients. So I'm just going to give you some tips on how you can also try to do it and you make it right. So let's try to get these steps, and we're going to be seeing on how to do the triangular braids of kinky. So this is how it's going to be. Number one, for me, when I'm braiding, I do it in a knotless way. My method is in a knotless way, but from inside. You know, the knotless are different. That someone might do it from outwards, but for me, I'll do it from inside, as I'm going to be showing you here. So what I always do, I realize that most of my clients, or like maybe if yours also can do the same thing, when I realize that my client would always want to hold a puff, this is the way I always do when I'm plaiting. One, try to look here, that I try to make sure that I plait from a plate behind going up, as you can see here. Like I plate going up to show that when she's going to hold the puff, it is not going to look bad. Like it's just going to be straight. You understand? Because sometimes remember that when we are trying to hold a puff, like those ones who always do those ones who do this method, when you're trying to hold a puff, let's say that you plaited it from going down and you try to hold a puff, it means it is going to show that it is going to pull this hair. It is going to pull it, and if it pulls it up, then someone will be feeling pain. So what we always protect, and even it's not all about feeling pain, you also can the hair can come out, or it might break, because sometimes we all know that this first hair from down is always somehow weak. So we just have to make sure that we plait it in a protective way. So what I always do is that I make sure that I plait it going upwards. So that one help me when I'm holding a puff. This side is all going to be perfect. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So when I do that, I make sure I do my method of the inside knotless way. You understand? So as you're going to be seeing, I try to make sure that I cut the hair into 3 portions. There are some people always do this mistake, and I remember they always make after parting the box, and you just bring the hair, you start plaiting. That is wrong. That's why for me, I always try to make those 3 portions, so that when I bring my braids, my extensions, I'm going to follow them. Because now if I do them that way, it means they're all going to be equal. What I'm trying to manage here, I'm trying to make sure that the hair that I've hold, like that, it's all equal, it is going to come from down. It's going to come from down looking perfectly. So you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's why I always part it that way. So yes, the next thing that I always want to tell you is, please, when you're trying to do this kinky, that those people who are going to come when they want it overpacked, that one, it can be good as in your look, the way you'd want it to be. But let's always try to consider, how is your hair looking? Like, how soft is your hair? What type of hair is it? Because you might want it packed. Because now, let's try to look at these braids, the way they look. They are big in the volume. So if you're trying to pack someone's hair, it means you have to hold the little hair. You understand? So if you're holding the little hair, that means it's going to be very difficult for it to hold this long braid that I'm trying to plait here. You understand? So it means we should plait according to the volume of the kinky that we're using. That one is going to be very perfect when we do it that way. But someone might see the braids spaced and then she likes them, but coming to you to plait her, she would want them to be overpacked, and she doesn't know the reason why. Maybe for her they left it spaced. It was just because they were trying to protect all that. So kinky, for it to become stubborn, is that when you do that, you overpack, not knowing the type of hair, maybe it's weak, and when it is that way, trust me, it might break your hair, and maybe it's gonna break your hair. So that's what happened, and that's why I always advise guys, like, trust me, you always have to first look at the hair texture, and then you add it's according to the hair extension that you're doing that is going to make the hair protective. So then another thing is that those also come when they want it locked there and then. That for me, I want to plait my kinky, but I want it locked there and then. I don't know the story, the whole story about that, but most of people knows that when you lock kinky, it's when it stays for long, but that is not right. Get it from me, it is not right. It's not all about that when you lock it, it's going to stay for long. No, that idea, it just comes from the dreads, like the way we always lock dreads. So someone is going to feel that if you have locked the kinky, it is going to stay long like the dreads. That is not right. So me, I would always advise, at least try to first plait it from down, like the way I'm doing this system. It is very nice. So by the time it is growing, because now this method makes it to grow with the hair from down, from the root, you understand? So you will be with a space to lock that braid, and if you lock it, then it is what you wanted. So that you will be having like the two styles from one hairstyle. You understand? Like at the first place, you have plaited it like that way without locking, and you're going to stay with it for like 3 months, and then after you have locked it, then it is becoming still, then it gets new again, and you're going to stay with it for all that time. So that's why I already advise you to do that. Now we are doing the triangular. I want to give you some tips on this still. Like whenever you're doing the triangular, we all know that most of our people, they don't have the hairline here in front. Trust me, when you're doing the triangular, it might be very hard for you to achieve it, like to get it right, if your hairline is broken. Yes, so that's why I always advise. Yes, that's why I always advise, like when you're doing the triangular, make sure at least your client, the whole hair, like her hair in front is in a good, well, in a good shape, like it's a bit longer. You understand? Because now we are going to do the big box, the big triangular, and now when you're trying to shape that, trust me, most of the times here it's where the hair breaks. Most of the times you find someone's hair here, it is short, So when you're doing this kind of triangular, it might be hard for you to achieve that in a good way. So we already advise, at least when you're doing the triangular braids, make sure that at least your hair in front is good, you understand, so that you can love it and so that you can look good with that. So with kinky, I always use the Afro kink. That one I always show it to you the way it looks. I can still show it to you right now for those ones who don't like, those ones who have not been following my tutorials. This is the Afro kink that I use. Yes, this is how it looks. You can see how it looks. I don't know if you're seeing it well, but this is how it looks. For those ones who have not been following me, this is how the Afro kink looks. And when you try to remove it comes like this. It comes like this. So it is you to make it soft. So it is you to make it soft, and you try to bring it this way. I always try to show you people how to do this thing. And please, whenever you're doing this, try to make sure it is really like it's very soft, because trust me, if you don't make it very soft, even your braid is not going to be neat. So you just have to make sure that is soft enough so that it can also be soft to the person that you are going to be plaiting. So this is how it looks, and you can see how it is. This thing is very nice if you know how to plait it nicely, but if you don't know, it might be bad. That's why you hear people saying that kinky is painful, kinky breaks hair, but that is not right. The only thing is that maybe we always plait it badly. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you. But whenever you're doing kinky, please, you should know this, that first understand the someone's hair, the way it looks, and let a person not force you to overpack hair, because after explaining to her, she will understand what you're going to do. And then another thing, like most of the time the hair breaks is like when the hair is overpacked and you will be uncomfortable on holding it, you understand. So that's when you will start that's when you will start trying to style it, or maybe to squeeze it, and then when you start all that, the hairline in front is going to break. So that's why I always advise you that, guys, it's not like all hair that is packed, the one that looks good. You can still shape, make the good shapes. You arrange your braids in a good way, so if to be few on the head. For me, if I do braids that I cannot hold a puff like this with my hands, then that is too much. That is too much, you understand. And that braids that you be like this and you call some other people to come and help you, that is not good for your client. I know it's not good for your hair. Anytime it might break, as long as you're going to leave it for a long time. So that is what I got for you that's what I got for you today. And please make sure that you tell your friend to share, like, comment. And if you have any question that you want to ask, please, you can still go in my comment section, tell me what you feel and what you would want to learn more. I'll be here to answer you all that. My name is Morris, and this is Hair by Clippers. This is where we learn together. Yes, let me sign out and see you guys next time. Bye bye.